Before we get started on the topic of this video, I bet you didn't know that eTrailer has their own lineup of super high quality straps. Check this out, and check out the hooks on the end. These things are beasts. I love the fact that they put a nice rubberized grip over them. Super cool. Rated at 3,333 pounds. These are, I believe, the 20-foot straps. But yeah, they have a bunch of different straps, all different types of hook ends to them, all different types of lengths, widths, applications, and at a super affordable price. If you didn't know, etrailer.com has been my official channel sponsor for like 6.5, 7 years, maybe even a little longer than that. They carry tons and tons and tons of really cool stuff. Not just straps, not just stuff like this, because I bet most people didn't even know that they had straps, but really cool products like the one we're going to feature today. Hang tight, I'll be right back. So check this out. Now, to some of you, this isn't going to be a surprise because you saw a version of this during my last trip to St. Louis to eTrailer's headquarters, but this is really cool. So when you look at this on the surface, you might think that this is just your typical reducer, right? Whenever you have a receiver on a vehicle and you need to reduce the size of the opening to fit a certain size shank, you need to have a reducer. But if you've seen my videos for a while, you'll realize that eTrailer not only produces their own reducers, but they probably have the most innovative feature built into them that most people wouldn't think about. And at first you might think it's this really cool adjustable slot here. So regardless of where the pinhole is on your truck, you can adjust this so it fits, and you don't have to worry about this being problematic in terms of not fitting your specific truck application. But this specific one that we're looking at is a 3-inch to 2.5-inch reducer, which is important if you have mainly Super Duties. I don't know if Ram or General Motors has ever put a 3-inch receiver on their pickup trucks. I do know that there are 3-inch receivers on some big motorhomes, especially your big Super Cs that have super crazy high towing capacities. But if you have a truck with a 3-inch receiver, which again is mainly going to be Ford, this is going to be great because you can reduce it down to 2.5, which you may already have a 2.5-inch reducer that came with your truck. But what it does not do is magnetically attach to your truck like this one does. So this has 2 neodyme magnets in it, and you can actually put this into the 3-inch opening of your truck, which we'll do here in a second, and it will magnetically secure itself. So A, it won't rattle, and B, it won't accidentally come out if you forget to put the pin in to hold it in place. Very cool. Let's get this thing installed on the truck. This is going to be a super short video, but a lot of functionality for folks who have a 3-inch or even need to reduce from a 2.5 to a 2-inch, because they make one of these for that as well, which I featured before. So they have the 3 to the 2.5 and the 2.5 to the 2 with the magnets built in, and this really nice elongated hole in the side so it fits any truck you're going to want to put it on. Okay, so now we have both products laid out in front of you, the 3 to 2.5-inch reducer and the 2.5 to 2-inch reducer, both with the magnetic securing mechanism as well as this elongated hole so you can easily fit your hitch pin in. And this is just made essentially to keep this thing from rattling or coming out if you don't have the pin in, but we still always advise that you have the pin in place just in case, you know, you go over something crazy rough and it kind of shimmies its way out. But this is really cool, and it makes it a great combination solution if you have a truck with a 3-inch opening reducing it to a 2.5, or from a 2.5 reducing it to a 2, which makes it a lot more compatible with multiple different types of hitches or shanks that you may need to insert into it. And if you get both of them, check this out. They buckle into place, which is really cool, or at least they fit into place really well. You have a nice notch right here so you can grab it to pull the inner one out from the outer tube. And because they made these elongated holes, you have no problem getting your pin to go into this, because the pin is actually primarily being secured in place with the primary receiver on your truck. So the hole that you have right there, and this simply allows it to align anywhere it needs to align, which is really great because you just don't have to worry about this assembly needing to be in an exact certain spot for the pin to go through. You're already going to have to drop the pin into the actual shank of the hitch you put inside of here, but this gives you a lot of flexibility to make it easy and quick whenever you're trying to get your shank inside of the receiver of your truck. And as an example of that, I have this Reese little hitch right here. Watch, just slide it into your 2-inch slot, And because of that pin essentially being able to fit anywhere along here, it's just going to make it a lot easier for you to put the pin through the receiver of your truck and then directly through this portion right here. So that is really, really cool. I love how functional this is and how this is going to help a lot of folks be able to reduce to the correct receiver size they need for whatever type of hitch they have or shank they have. Now, the product you're looking at in front of you is the all black product. Now, I know I put a poll out recently asking you all what color combination you would prefer. All red, the smaller reducer in red, the larger in black, or the larger reducer in red and the smaller reducer in black, because these will be BTBRV branded products from eTrailer, which is really, really cool. I love the fact that we're coming up with innovative products that can help you fix problems and at the same time provide you with a very, very functional product. So that is really cool. Okay, so we have my WaySafe hitch already in place, has a 2.5-inch shank. We're going to take the Infinite Rule pin off of it. If you've never seen these pins by Infinite Rule, go check them out. eTrailer carries these as well. Super, super high quality, and they are nowhere near as easily susceptible to breaking off with the bar as your traditional pin. So very, very cool product. Great company. Absolutely stellar service. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this out. This has a 2.5-inch shank on it. All right, so you can see my 3-inch to 2.5-inch reducer right here. This is the one that comes on this truck from Ford. Has a pinhole right here. We're going to take my new one from eTrailer, which just looks a heck of a lot nicer. We're going to go ahead and insert this one in. You can already feel the magnet catching. Looks a heck of a lot cleaner too. It kind of finishes off the whole back look. So even cosmetically, it's a nice upgrade. We're going to go ahead and take the hitch, put it back in. Take our pin. And then our key. Check that out. That is pretty dang nice, and it looks a lot nicer as well because it has this really nice flange going around the outside of it, which just gives it a really nice finished off look. It actually matches the texture of the bumper a lot better. That is really cool. That's a product that I think a lot of people would definitely want to upgrade to because it's inexpensive, it's functional, and it looks a lot better. Basically the things that everyone wants in a new product, right? Anyways, let's wrap this video up. So it's a really great upgrade. Affordable, one of those things you could easily get as a gift. You just want to be sure you get the right one for the right application for your vehicle. And when you go on etrailer.com, they can help set you up with that. Anyways, guys, I will put a link in the description of this video if this is something that you're interested in. I think it's super cool. I think it's super functional. And at the same time, it's affordable. Again, the 3 boxes all of us want when it comes to new products for our vehicles. And what is also really nice about this product is the fact that if you are going to be storing it in the bed of your truck or somewhere, the two are going to stay together and they're not going to rattle apart. So you don't have to worry about them coming out and apart if they're in the bed of your truck, under your seat, things like that. The magnets will keep them secured together. Very, very cool. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. I sure hope you enjoyed the product. Again, we're trying to create more innovative and functional solutions for folks who tow, and I think this is definitely one of them. Please go to etrailer.com, check it out. I'll put a link in the description of this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.